Number 31, we're supposed to graph the function y equals negative x minus 1 with the given domain, negative 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. This is a special domain where it stops at 2 points when x is negative 1 and when x is 3. So anytime we have a graph that stops at 2 points, we're going to create a line segment. So there won't be any arrows in this one. Make our table of values. The nice thing is they already solved y by itself. So I just have to plug in some x values. You always want to select, if you have a special domain, you always want to select the endpoints. So you want to pick x is negative 1, you want to pick x is 3, and then I like to pick one more point to make sure I've got everything lined up. Give me a value between negative 1 and 3. Probably the easiest one to use is 0, because if you plug in 0 for x, negative 0 is 0, minus 1 makes negative 1. Let's put 3 in for x. Negative 3 minus 1 more makes negative 4. And if you put negative 1 in for x, negative negative 1, that becomes positive 1. And 1 minus 1 gives you 0. I like to make giant stop dots by endpoints. So negative 1, 0. Remember, when x was negative 1, that's an endpoint. When x is 3, that's another endpoint. So 3, negative 4, I'm going to put another bigger stop dot. 0, negative 1, just make sure I've got all my ducks in a row. 0, negative 1, yeah, everything seems to line up. But again, there are 2 endpoints here, so it's going to stop. Oops. It's going to stop here, and it's going to stop there. So my graph would look like that. And then the last part of the question, we're supposed to identify the range. And again, if we have a fancy domain like this with the x's, our range is going to mimic that. We'd have less than or equal to y, less than or equal to. We just have to figure out the low and the high end. Well, the lowest y value here is at negative 4. The highest y value is up here at 0. And we hit everything in between. Everything in between negative 4 and 0. So we'd have negative 4 less than or equal to y, less than or equal to 0 for our range.